Now, with regard to the Buddhist deity Avalokiteshvara, not the Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara, but as a deity, um, we have to understand that there's two different topics here. We have wrathful forms of Avalokiteshvara as a deity, and then we have peaceful forms. Most individuals are probably used to the peaceful forms. Now, I don't want to talk about the most common, the most general ones. I want to talk about the ones that are adapted from Hinduism, from either Vaishnavism, Vaishnava practice, or from Shiva, and the iconography that is used for Vishnu and Shiva, specifically as how it relates to Avalokiteshvara. So, with regards to Vishnu, Avalokiteshvara has two forms which copy the iconography or a specific narrative from the different Vishnu stories, Puranas and whatnot. So the first is the Hari 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 Vahana Bhavan form. And this one is really quite unusual. It's where we have, it's based on Vishnu riding atop the back of his mount, Garuda. So what we have here with this special form of Avalokiteshvara, co-opting the form of Vishnu, is we have a one-faced, I believe it's six-armed, one-faced, six-armed form of Avalokiteshvara placed squatting on the shoulders of Vishnu, while Vishnu is squatting on the shoulders or on the back of Garuda, and then a lion is placed underneath at the very bottom. And this is the first form of Avalokiteshvara having co-opted a form of Vishnu. Now the second is Lokeshvara Hayagriva. Now this actually comes out of its own tantra, and it's generally it's a three-faced four-armed form of Avalokiteshvara, peaceful in appearance, but with a horse head on top of his own head, and usually it's a single horse head. And again, it comes out of its own tantra, but not translated into English, as far as I know at this time. Now, the forms of Shiva, we have four forms at this time. There may be more, but there's four that we can generally find art for. And the first is a Hala Hala Lokeshvara. And this is, I believe it's three-faced and six-armed, and this with a consort. And this relates to the Hala Hala poison that we find in the narratives of Shiva. Now, the second one is the Nilakanta, the blue-throated Avalokiteshvara, which is based on the narrative of Shiva having actually swallowed the Hala Hala poison and then stopped it at his throat, and his throat turns blue from the poison, but he prevents the poison from destroying the world, which was the intention, the ill intention of this, the creation of this poison. Now, the next one is the Simhanada Lokeshvara, and this also comes out of its own Tantra or Dharani texts. And the Simhanada is really based on a general appearance of Shiva, except rather than seated on a cow or a buffalo, Nandi, he's actually, this form of Avalokiteshvara is seated on a lion. But he has a trident behind him. He has a snake entwined around the trident. He has a sword. He has a Brahman's cord. He has a lot of what you would typically think of a peaceful Shiva seated on a mountaintop. Now, the last one would be the different forms of Avalokiteshvara in peaceful appearance, dancing. And so we have two kinds here. We have Padmajala, and then we have the Padma Narteshvara. And so this is based on Shiva and his dance. Very famous images of Shiva dancing Nataraj. So these are the iconographic forms that we have right now, and there may be more of them, but these are the ones that are more commonly found, even though they're not that commonly practiced, except for really the Simhanada Avalokiteshvara. The others are a little bit rare, a little bit more remote in the iconography texts. So we'll leave it there for now. You can press like, You can join HAR on Patreon, you can subscribe, and you can also make a donation on the homepage of Himalayan Art Resources.